Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Thursday, October 16th, 2014. I'm Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, if you didn't know, I have astrology classes that are in MP4 video format that are 8 hours long, everything from beginning all the way to expert. And if you haven't checked that out, check it out. If you want to learn more about astrology and go from the very basics all the way to the most extremes, I have the video series available. Check it out at inclusiveastrology.com and make sure you click on classes. And today we have got quite a lot to talk about in the astrology. That's because the planet Mercury, which does rule communication, thought process, mind, talking, is retrograde and conjuncting the sun. So we're going to have the sun and Mercury come into an exact position today, all while we have the planet Venus, which is really close or right next to both of these planets, making this powerful union. And we got the North Node here, this invisible knot in space that really lets us know where eclipses happen. So this is a very sensitive spot right now in the astrology, and to see these very personal energies all come together, it's personal. It's personal about finding happiness in your life, especially with Jupiter and the moon today that will be in Leo. This is about finding, your inner light and finding that happy place. But this is a time of a lot of contemplation. That's because Libra tends to balance out or weigh out a lot of sides. And if you go deeper into it, we have a Mercury retrograde that's happening in an air sign. So already now the ideas, the mind is all over the place. And in weighing so many things out, contemplating things, being stuck sometimes in no man's land, I call it, as it's like unsure what side to make. Decisions don't come easy at this time, or there's an unsurety of how much strength you have in a certain position. And I think that today we have to really look at this Mercury retrograde conjunction. Mercury can't just keep flying forward. It has to come backwards or we'd all be mentally insane. Because if you think about it, imagine if we let our mind just run 1,000,000 miles an hour, we'd be all crazy. Mercury has to return back to source, our core, the sun, in order for us to become aware of things, so our awareness doesn't let our mind take it away. And Mercury coming back here now, it's like the little dog that has to run back to its owner now. And now it's got to go retreat and go behind the sun, and the sun will move forward past Mercury from this point. And what that means is it's like we're all having to take our awareness now forward into the future and let our minds, well, I want to say take a break, but that's not that simple now in Libra with the contemplation. It's more that there's a lot of things to review and reflect on and a lot more information to gather. And this more information gathering is important now as it's coming towards Venus as well, which is the planet of your value systems, what you're manifesting, relationships. Since we're in Libra, relationships is such a big part. But there's all this Leo energy today. The moon in Leo, which wants to feel happy, look at your inner happiness. And with Jupiter making a hard square to Saturn in Scorpio, this could be where, finding that extreme happy place is a battle. There's a huge couple battles happening in space right now. Jupiter and Saturn, which are the two biggest planets, battling it out. And they're happening in Scorpio and Leo, which is your inner love and inner happiness, and then your deep, dark inner world emotionally battling. Can you get this dark day to go away and let your light on? It's intense. And with all this Libra energy, it's like, how do you find happiness? How do you find harmony? And then with the moon in Leo, it craves and it finds comfort in having fun and having a smile and chuckling and remembering about how special you are. And with another big battle in space, Pluto and Uranus, Pluto and Capricorn, Uranus and Aries, this big battle in cardinal signs with psychological energy in yourself and your courage and, what direction are you taking life? It just becomes this really intense storm that has come here in the astrology of are we sure? Are we unsure? No, but I want to dedicate to this truth, but I'm having this courage that I need to step into, but I'm trying to be happy. It becomes this ping pong, or a pinball machine. And then when you really think about this, we've got this grand trine that just finished in fire. The universe has given you amazing things, but can you find ways to enjoy it, to appreciate it, to really ride it correctly? It sounds so complicated, yet it's very simple. Find happiness, find that harmony, enjoy the gifts that the universe has just brought you recently, because I guarantee you they're right in front of you, and not go crazy. But I really feel that today, enjoy life. Don't let things overwhelm you. And enjoy to find that harmony, to find that peace. Remember this, we had a Mars retrograde this year that happened in Libra. So all this is covering that space. We also had Saturn here in 2009 to 2012. So when it comes to finding harmony in your life, I guarantee you, you're at the final chapter in your life on a certain issue. When it comes to finding happiness, harmony, balance, this also has to do with big relationship stuff, getting to the bottom of things, really intense with your relationships, finding the maturity, finding the way to have the conversations, finding the way to point your life and your ego and what you want all in the right direction with people. It's all coming down to this space right now. On a very simple level, because today I just wanted to go deep, today's all about, can you just remain happy and find happiness and harmony and enjoy things? On a deep level, it's everything I just covered. And Mercury is the little dog to me, and when Mercury runs ahead, that little dog can sometimes get way too far away and you gotta go, come back here. And it's like, come here now. And like Mercury, now that it's back to the sun, it's finally come back. And it's like, okay. It's like, you need to go and time out a little bit. And now we're gonna go out and not be able to walk out without Mercury always tripping out and figuring things out. There's a sense of us really needing to bring our awareness forward in our life and just feel things and ride out things, opposed to processing it all so much. And with Libra, that's not simple. But remember, we do have a big eclipse coming here in the next, well, it's about a week away. It's on the 23rd next week in Scorpio, which is definitely going to pull us out of contemplation and into depth and getting to the bottom of it all. So see that there's an extra bit of weighing out happening in these weeks here, because there's a lot of final chapters finishing in all of our lives in a certain place. The card of the day is the Seven of Swords upright. Interesting to say that there's more to review. This card is all about reviewing more. Now, on a negative aspect of this card's always the one of being deceived, or somebody could be stealing, but I always think that there's a need to not run forward. You need to look back. This guy's looking back of what happened. And it's like, even though you might have taken all this stuff out of the past and you've gone in the future with it, maybe you need to turn back around and finish some stuff up, mentally and with whatever you're processing to help you move forward. So I know that we've had a lot of rebirthing happening and a lot of transformation, but there's a sense that when it comes to finding this peace, when it comes to finding this happiness, there's extreme battles happening, and they're within your own inner world and your own psychological world, and it has nothing to do with anything in the outer world. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com. If you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading, thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you tomorrow.